Welcome, friends. My name is Sophie, and I am a yoga health guide on her journey for truth, hydration, and wholeness. I am grateful our paths have crossed. Enjoy the episode. Hello, and welcome back to the Yogi Sophie podcast. I am currently chilling in the tub after going through a deep cleaning of it, which is always a wonderful feeling. And I know it's been a few days. I was not able nor motivated to podcast while I was on my trip, as it did not quite go as we had planned, which we didn't really have many plans or expectations. But the point is we had expectations, and of course, life takes you different directions. Therefore, there was disappointment. But all is well, honestly. It went as it should. And we've learned lessons, and we will do better for next time. For example, we will get proper sleeping mats, and we will not bring the ferret on the camping trip again, and we will make sure that if the ferret has to come, he takes a long day of wearing out, and we don't let him take a long nap before bed. We pulled an all-nighter with him, with little Binks boy, the first night, and the next day we were pretty much worthless, so we did not really accomplish much on this trip except straight chilling and trying to sleep. And building fires, which is a great place to meditate. Honestly, those were my most peaceful moments, was watching the fire. And speaking of fire, I've been thinking a lot about the energy of Kali, and not that she's like a fiery priestess. She's typically represented by air, but everything kind of ties into one another. And so what I mean by this is, I've been thinking about Kali, and this is the goddess, and she is like one of the original goddesses. She is the goddesses from which the rest of the goddesses come. She is creation and destruction. She is life and death. She is time. She is the ever-evolving consciousness of time. And honestly, I'm just gonna read an excerpt from this book that I'm reading about her. Well, about the goddesses in general. It's called Tantric Yoga and the 10 Wisdom Goddesses by Dr. David Frawley. And I am really resonating with her because I feel like I've been going through so many ego deaths lately of just releasing old beliefs and patterns in order to make room for all of this new brilliant stuff coming through. But what's happened is I've noticed myself begin to hit a bit of a wall because there's some resistance there. There's a little bit of fear into living the next reality, whatever that is for me. So here we go. Time is the working out of a cosmic intelligence. It is the very breath of the cosmic spirit. Time is not a mere mathematical concept, but the very stuff of our experience, the rhythm of our lives. What are we apart from time? Time is our mother and origin, as well as our final abode. Time is the mother who eats her own children, which is one of the terrible aspects of Kali. Yet, in devouring her own children, she is also returning them to her wholeness and delight. And so for me, I'm seeing this as a wonderful force to be reckoned with. And I see us also collectively going through this. We're technically going through this era called the Kali Yuga, which I will admit I have not thoroughly researched, but from my understanding, it is the era where there is a lot of death and destruction in order to pave a new way for the future, whatever unfolds in the next bit of time that we are to experience. And we see that happening, and that all kind of started happening a few years ago, but last year was really a big catalytic moment where structures were beginning to be exposed as flawed, and lies were beginning to be revealed, and all of the BS about Hollywood and big pharma and everything. Like, people are starting to realize that there are bigger things going on that they had never imagined in their wildest dreams or nightmares, depending on your perspective. And so we see this happening a lot in the world, and what happens in the macrocosm happens in the microcosm. So again, for me, I'm experiencing all these ego deaths and resistance to clearing out the rest of this old that's here. And that is showing up as resistance to the fruitarianism. Like, I was going so strong and so effortlessly for those first few weeks I had discovered it. And then all of a sudden I had those moments of, oh, but if I'm never going to have this stuff again, then I should just go and do it all one more time. I should go have tacos one more time. I should have ice cream one more time. I should do this one more time. And of course, all that's turned into more than one last time. And now I'm finding myself resistant to give these things up. And it's just this emotional buffer, and it's keeping me in more of a dead space, honestly. And that may show for you in different ways. Perhaps there are, obviously old jobs prevent us from taking the new ones, not going for new opportunities. It's like, what are you leaving off the table by leaving all of this stuck stuff in here? What are you leaving on the table? And at the same time, if we don't listen to these callings, these signs of, hey, time to let this die, time to let this go, time to bury it and move on, then as time unfolds, all things will come to fruition. All that is meant to happen will happen. So if you don't willingly lay down your arms, the universe is going to rip them off of you one way or another. And so I'm kind of interested. I'm interested in this conversation. I'm still toying with this concept of Kali, because these are concepts, these are energies to be meditated upon, not just statues to worship, although those and the symbolism and the mantras are all these helpful tools in order to gain this embodiment of the energies they're speaking of. And so, with that being said, something I'm interested in doing for myself, and I'm thinking about the old that is still stuck here, right? And not just shifting to a different dietary lens that helps me be free and clear, but thinking about the idea of letting the day go every day, letting it die, because every day is a new day. You are reborn every day, even every moment, every breath. But a daily ritual sounds like a really good place to start. And so I'm considering a nightly puja, or a burning of that which I experience for the day. So perhaps for some of us, we're strong enough, we're visual enough to embody or imagine, I should say, a fire in our minds, and to imagine just burning all the experiences, the emotions, the happenings of that day, letting it go, letting it just be what it was. And hopefully that leads us into a nice, peaceful sleep without hearing the burdens, of that day's work. And yeah, I'm really interested to see where that will take me, because fire is the transformative aspect, and I feel very ready yet resisted. So I think I need a little bit of a boost there. So I'm going to light some fires and start burning my day away at the end of every evening, and we'll kind of come back around to the subject, I believe. I'm really enjoying this book. Again, it's Tantric Yoga and the 10 Wisdom Goddesses by Dr. David Frawley. It's an amazing book and really helps you, in my opinion, it's a really great introduction to some of these concepts of Tantra and yoga and why we should worship a deity such as Kali. So all explorative, I should say, and I'm really interested to see where you're at on your journey, if you feel like Kali is present in your lives, or if you have this book or want to discuss this book or anything that I'm talking about. I would love to connect. Feel free to reach out. I do have an online Discord where I would like to chat with people if you are willing. So that can all be found on my Instagram, the link in my bio. I have everything there. So if you need to book with me, it's there. If you want to join the Discord, which is totally free, it's there. And I think that's all I've got for you tonight. So I hope to hear from you. And thank you so much. Sorry if this seems a little rambly, but it is the end of the day, and I'm telling you, I scrubbed this tub clean, so I am tired. Thank you so much for listening, and welcome back, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste.